Okay, we are live. Wonderful. Um, and it's good to see so many people here already. As usual, these live streams they don't really follow a schedule. So whenever I feel that I have something to say, something to share, I will do a live stream. If you're new to this channel, well, this is my live streaming channel. You probably came over here from my main channel. um, and thank you for that. Now, you have to subscribe to the channel to join the chat. And as usual, if you're hearing some strange sounds, that's hopefully not me. It's one of the dogs. They like to sleep right over here, like half a meter away from me. Okay, I need my glasses since I'm a middle-aged man now. What I'm going to talk about now, today, is it's not really what should I call it? It's not revolutionary. It's not like you can't find this information elsewhere. You can, but there are people from all over the world here. So in case you haven't heard, Russia is probably planning a massive attack on the Ukraine within a few days. That will be the eastern Ukraine, most likely. And the reason for that, well, I guess you could dig deep into that whole thing there, but the anniversary is coming up for the invasion. The anniversary will be at the 24th of February. I made a note here. And people who know more about this than I do, they are saying that with the current administration in Russia, that's probably how it will go. That's what they're going to do. And I'm not interested in applying my limited knowledge of that conflict here. I've been to the Ukraine, I've been to Russia. I know quite a bit of world history, but I think that we should stay a little bit humble and be concerned about asking the right questions instead of just making blunt statements about something that we might not know everything about. Okay, so I have one message that I think is very important. I'm going to get to that in a few seconds. And then I'm going to just share my frustration and my worry about big politics, big wig politicians, how they are handling this. Um, and so, yeah, my message here is very simple. There are a couple of links in the video description, and those links are for animal charities. Um, what is going to happen in the eastern Ukraine now is quite brutal, and some people will be writing now, "Oh, why do you care about the animals while the people are suffering?" Well, I do care about the animals, and if you have a problem with that, you can leave this live stream. I don't care. Okay. This is probably not the channel for you if you think it's wrong to care about the animals. Um, they need support now. Okay. So this channel is reaching 100,000 subscribers, and I'm going to donate $1,000 to animal charities to celebrate the milestone, if you will. And it would be awesome if you could just take a look after this live stream, maybe at those links. Maybe you find other animal charities working in that area. That would be awesome if you have some money to spare. Um, please consider donating. Because what these animal charities in that area are doing right now is that they are trying to get as many animals out of David. Oh, thanks a lot. That's awesome. Going straight to that fund or into my donation there. Thank you. So what they are doing now is that they are working day and night getting animals out of those areas. I know for instance, there is one Norwegian organization down there, and they have actually a factory there making dog food. Is it dog food and cat food? Well, at least dog food. Making these pellets because that's the most effective way. Uh, they need tons and tons and tons of it. And they are working now to get the animals out of those areas that are expected to be hit when Russia starts their new offensive. So please consider going to checking out those links, donating to those. I will give 1,000 US dollars. As I said, I can't make a donation for all. Like, don't give me money for me to donate. I'm going to donate $1,000. But if you want to help, please go to those links or to some other organizations. Now, and help with what you can, you know. So I am fully aware that this is not a popular message. Yes, you heard me right. It's not. It's not it's that's just human nature. And I probably should have talked about something different now that the channel is reaching 100,000 subscribers, but this is much more important. Okay. Now, so, and here comes the difficult part. This topic is heavily censored. So I make a big point out of the fact that I'm not an expert at all. I'm just a regular guy in Norway sitting here, just sharing some thoughts and ideas. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay. So I'm a little bit worried because lately we have seen weapons like tanks and um, I'm not a weapons expert, obviously, but we have. I guess you have read about this in the news and so on, that they are shipping big weapons and lots of them to the Ukraine as we speak, and maybe they are already there. So the thinking behind that might be that they are expecting massive attacks from Russia during this month, mostly towards the end of this month, maybe, and they will meet those attacks with even more brutal force. Okay, so at 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 a certain at a point there comes to a it will come to a point where this escalates, and I think that's what we are all worried about. if they keep pouring weapons into this area, and I'm not taking a stand towards anything here, I'm just saying that in general, if you keep pouring weapons and money into an area, a war zone, um, at a certain, it comes to a point where this will escalate, and it might become first a war in several countries, and then NATO, Russia, and world war. That's what we are worried about. But we're not experts. We're not experts on this. Just saying that this is something that makes me a little bit worried. Um, and I always get a lot of hate when I say that, well, there's a proper dictator sitting safely in Russia. He's a proper dictator. And I'll get all the trolls. Oh no, you don't understand. You don't understand. All the armchair experts, you don't understand. No. Um, the politics of this, especially from overseas, I guess. That's just my impression. But what do I know? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day because the policies that they are applying here seems to be very simple. Just pour a lot of weapons into this area, and that's how we're going to solve this problem. Is that going to solve this problem? Is it? Does anyone think it's going to solve the problem? It's going to stop anything? I'm just asking a question here. And yes, lots of people are writing what they think about this, and there are lots of things I can't say, and I'm sure you understand. Uh, and it makes me think, why can't I say this and that? Rip, thanks a lot. That's awesome. Lots of people have very strong emotions involved here, and lots of people feel like they know a lot about this situation. As I said, I think that being humble, understanding that there are things we don't know, is a good thing. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm not thinking what I'm thinking here, and I think that there are people involved here pulling the strings who are maybe not interested in ending this very soon. But what do I know? Again, So first and foremost, I decided to do this live stream here just to encourage people to donate money to the charities. The children living in these areas cannot be blamed for what's happening. Most people there cannot be blamed for what's happening. The animals there cannot be blamed for this, obviously. And I think it's realistic that this is just going to keep going on and going on, going on. And there is not much we can do about it, except helping where we can help. And there is a lot that we can do, actually. At the moment, I know that especially dogs, they are starving to death. It's very cold there, and it's a bit of a problem for these charity people working there, that they can't help all the dogs, the cats, and I don't know, horses, whatever. It's a bit of a problem. Yeah. So if you can donate to those charities, it would be great. As I said, I am going to donate $1,000, and I think that's the best way to celebrate this channel reaching 100,000 subscribers, which it will do very soon. But it's yeah, concerning which charities are trustworthy, I don't know all the charities. I have put two links there, and I know that those are trustworthy. And there are many others, of course, that also are trustworthy. I would guess that most are, but you will have to check this yourself. Okay, of course, it's like with everything else. Uh, okay. Monica, I'm sorry. Yeah, the headline is a little bit mysterious. There's a reason for that. You see, I don't want all the trolls and the bots and these people coming here. Um, I'm talking about the importance of donating to the charities working in the war zone in Ukraine. So you'll have to scroll back to get the context of this. Okay. Um, let's see here. I will now. Garden prepping. Good to see you. Good to see you. Um, I'll just scroll up here. Let's see. Um, that's just one of the dogs that you are hearing. Let's see here. Nei, du, gi deg nå. Nei. So it's fun these evenings because it's dark outside and people walk past with a head torch, and then especially the girl, she feels like she has to tell everyone that someone's walking past on the path down there on the field. Um, Chillin67, thanks a lot for your donation. You are saying that I'll read this here. You're saying that we, as stewards of this world, no matter our differences with each other, have a responsibility to creatures who reside here with us side by side. Absolutely. I'm going to close the door because she's. Um, no. Are we okay? A little bit of barking is okay, I guess. At least it's not me barking. At least. Yeah. So the doggies are fine. Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. I am now going to try to reply to some of your questions and comments. And if you need to know what this live stream is about, please consider um, scrolling. You know what? I'm going to secure the pizza, and then I'm going to close the door. Um, hold on. Give me a few seconds, okay? Okay. Okay, I am back. So I'm sorry about that, but you see, if I close the door to my office and there is food in the kitchen, she will go and steal the food. She's very smart, you know. So Um, let's see here. Yeah, Bonnie says no one wins a war. Yeah, there is this saying. Isn't that a very famous saying from a book or something? There are no winners in a war, something like that. Um, yeah, but you know, you could say that, of course, someone will be declared victorious, and that's the other dog, the boy, yawning here. He just woke up. But we know for certain that the civilians, and they are, they don't win a war, no matter which country they are in. They lose, and everything gets worse. War is rich old men sending young men into meat grinders. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Texas State of Mind. Thanks a lot for the donation. You're sending dollars from. You're writing here. Sending dollars from my horse rescue to help horses in those areas. It takes all of us working together to save more. Great cause that I definitely support. Thanks a lot. That's wonderful. Now I can remember when I was in Ukraine. That was like 95, was it? A long time ago. And it's a beautiful country, uh, but also very, very big. And also, at that time, it was like you could see that it had been a communist country, um, because everything was run down and the infrastructure didn't really work very, very well. um, Sometimes, and you'll have to forgive me here, sometimes I see a question and it's difficult to know if you have been asking someone else in the chat or if you're asking me. But I'm going to Rick from KY. Is asking, how is the food supply in your area? Maybe you're asking people in general here, or maybe you're asking me. I can tell you that here, um, in this area, the food supply is I have it's okay. No problems there as far as I can see. Joel, good to see you. Um, let's see. Um, but let me add that concerning food supply, it's like it works in such a way. I have been told that it can be like the shelves will be full until they suddenly, from one day to the other, they are not. You know, maybe I'm wrong there, but yeah. Um, yeah, I'll have to ask people to scroll back. Um, that's people always get mad at me if I repeat myself too much. So, um, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so the principle, and I've talked about this before, the principle of war has to do with, and now we're getting into the more philosophical aspects, I guess. And this is a reply to some of the comments here. You can't have, in the modern world, you can't have, okay, let me just find the right words here. Okay, give me a couple of seconds. Yeah. If you do not accept that to have the state owning you, if you don't accept that concept of the state owning people, owning its citizens, you can't have war. Okay? And yeah, people can pick at my definition there, but I don't care. What I'm trying to say is that we have these situations here, and especially since the Second World War, where big politics are making these foolish decisions where they end in. When you have this situation that we have now, when it's difficult to talk about because it's so heavily censored, but in the Ukraine, not everything is as it seems. Maybe, and I'll be very careful here. It's what do I know, and if you want to criticize me for not speaking my mind here, I'll tell you what, you wouldn't do so either. When you're that close to 100,000 subscribers, I would hate to lose my channel now. Okay, so I've talked about statism, which I believe is the most dangerous ideology in existence. The concept that the state owns you, or a big, well, yeah, I have. There's a different definition actually, but you can go to that live stream and listen to that. It's not. It's you'll find it on the. But okay. T. Fisher, thanks a lot for the donation. You're writing that you appreciate my wisdom. I must say thank you for that. I do my best. I do my best. If something of out of what I say here can be called wisdom, then of course I am happy. Ed Jane Sherwood. Oh, thanks a lot for the donation there from your dog rescue in Kentucky. Wonderful. Thank you. Oh, okay. I saw a nice comment here concerning doing studying and researching. I lost it now. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's actually very important. We need to get into that habit of being students of things, and be curious about things. So yeah, well, when it comes to Ukraine, if you have a problem in this area here, right, it doesn't justify this area here sending bombs and killing people and animals and children and over here. Now, you can argue all day about who's to blame. I would say that those people sending the rockets hitting those people are to blame. That's just me. I'm very simple-minded that way. But if you have, what I'm trying to say is that don't forget the fact that a problem over here doesn't take anything away from the crimes being committed by the people over here. If that made any sense, okay? Florian, you're writing that we all realize this is the beginning of the end. And I hope that the end will not occur too soon. Thank you for the comment. I will say, with all respect, no. We can't be that pessimistic because we just can't. We can't. Okay. We need to, and this is not, I'm not trying to disrespect you here, but, and I know what you mean, but I'm just saying that we need to have a mindset that is, we need to keep hopeful. We need hope. What shall we do if we can't have hope for a better future? We must not give up. And there certainly are many problems, but we can't give up. We must keep doing our best. You know, that's what it's all about. And right now, we can help these charities um, with a small donation, and that donation might, will probably make a big difference. Um, so, okay. Um, Alison, thank you for that question. You're asking about my opinion on potential of war coming to America. I think I will not get into that now. Lots of people are joining now, and I should probably get better at announcing maybe these live streams, maybe following a schedule. I've been a little bit lazy on that. I'll try to do better in the future. Um, yeah, isn't it, Marcus? Isn't that's a very good comment there? And you're writing that it sickens you that governments have endless money for taking lives in wars, but never have the money to save lives. Yeah, isn't that typical? Yeah, I will say this. It is to me obvious what needs to be done to end the violence in Ukraine. It is so effing obvious. But if I said that, well, you can't really say that. It's not you. No, no, you will be censored. Oh, you can't say that. No. Isn't that funny? Isn't that strange? And if you look at, like, Norway is a small country. We don't have that many news outlets, but they all have the same agenda, the same narrative. Just pour more weapons, more money, more weapons. It's been a year now, very soon, and that year will not be marked by any of the parts there laying their weapons down. No, most likely, and that was the reason why I decided to do this live stream. Most likely, that anniversary will be marked by a massive attack on eastern Ukraine. And I'm not a military strategist. I'm not an expert on that area. I will say that I know quite a lot more than most of the journalists who are very certain about this whole thing. I know this because I can pinpoint things that they are writing that is incorrect. Okay, but again, I'll just say that I'm not an expert on this at all. I'm just saying that it's obvious that what they are doing now is not going to end the war. It just isn't. There are too many resources on both sides. They can keep this going for a decade at least. So, oh, Helen, that's awesome. You were able to donate from the US via PayPal on Rolda. That's awesome. Philly, thanks a lot for the donation. And I won't go through the whole thing again, but I'll just say that this channel is almost at 100,000, and I will be donating $1,000 to animal charities in that area, and I will not wait until I'll just do it probably today or tomorrow, even if I haven't the channel haven't it's not at 100,000 yet. It's at 99,000, I think. But it's so important to get help into those areas now, so it can't wait. So okay, yeah, okay. Thank you for all the ideas here for topics, for new live streams. Wonderful. Yeah, old men sending young men to die. It's just, yes, John, as you write there, it's just, yeah, it's horrible and unacceptable. It really is unacceptable. Makes me very angry. As a father, especially, it makes me very angry. So, okay, I'm going to end this live stream here now, and thank you all for joining. And if you are watching this on replay, then consider subscribing to this channel. This is my live streaming channel, and it would be awesome to reach 100,000 subscribers. We are almost there, and I think we have a wonderful community here. So wonderful. Thank you. That's all for now, and as always, stay strong.